there is a Lions thing that I wanted to get to. And as I was coming home from South Florida this weekend for work, I was listening to the Spot Track podcast, the salary cap site that I subscribe to that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And they got into talking about the Dallas Cowboys situation. And which obviously spins around the Dak Prescott situation, which the sidebar to that is the CeeDee Lamb situation, which the sidebar to that is the Micah Parsons situation. So they have like an order of operations that they have to do. Dak Prescott has them by the balls, essentially.
Yes, he does.
There is no quarterback on the roster.
Crazy.
And
Well, they got Trey Lance.
they have no quarterback on the
I
roster.
keep telling you that he don't listen, man. But it's
Okay,
cool.
but anyway. So this is obviously a huge deal, right? Dak Prescott's going to get paid,
Yeah,
and he has to.
$60 million probably.
And my guess is that signing Dak Prescott's your only caveat to signing CeeDee Lamb. Is that fair?
That is fair.
Yeah. Two people that don't really like each other, but it's fine.
But it's your only way forward, right? So since I am aware of that, if I'm Dak Prescott, you know the rest, all right? The moral of the story is this. That's a lot swirling around training camp right now. Is that fair?
That is fair.
The Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love.
Yeah,
He must watch the show.
he must.
Sit out. Get your money. Get your bag.
Because what did he say?
Get a bag, boy.
I'm not practicing until I get a contract because I'm not playing for $12 million.
70 million. No, I'm talking shit. But hopefully it is.
Probably 55.
Yeah.
The discussions I heard were 280 for 5. 5 at 280.
Okay. Get your bag, Jordan.
So
You can get more.
And he's going to get it.
Yes, he
can,
will.
He can get more.
He's going to get it.
He can get more.
So there's all that. Who else? There's tons of examples of contracts are an
Brandon
issue.
Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk, that situation.
Yep.
What are they going to do? He wants to be traded. D-Mac, you know where you don't see any of this shit? Down the road.
Here.
You don't see any of that around here. Penei Sewell got his money. Amon-Ra got his money. Goff got his money. It never got to this. It never got to this. And for as great as Brad Holmes is at drafting, which he's as good as anybody in the game. I don't think I'm I don't think I'm being absurd when I say that.
That's fair.
He's as good at drafting as anybody in the game. But D-Mac, how does he run things? Apparently he's elite at that. Why everywhere else are there all these big issues that you hear and guys aren't going to practice and I'm not going to do this and I'm holding out for that? Why everywhere else is there issues except here in Detroit?
Which goes to show you why things are different too. Why it's not your same old, SOL and all this other stuff. And to your point, you said earlier in the open when we were going to talk about this, how bricked up. This should start getting. This is everything you want to hear as guys are going to training camp. All you want to. Your football team or any of your sports teams are doing great. When all you got to worry about is, hey, I hope nobody gets injured.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not contracts, not this. I hope he's well, this and that. They've solidified that. Now they can go to work. Everybody in that, would you say that, and I'm sure there's other ones around the league, but as far as in a facility, going into training camp and stuff like this, the Lions facility in Allen Park, they are the most comfortable with everybody underneath that umbrella. Everybody's happy. Everybody feels appreciated, feels seen. They know the job to do. Go out and do your own job. How long have we heard that, right, for the past 3 years, right? Them preaching that. Well, going and doing your job also means is that we're going to do our job and get the books right, which is a big part. So you don't have any of this. All they're doing is working now. There's no scuttlebutt behind the scenes. No guys talking. Wonder if he's going to be here. Wonder if that's going to need his money. No, it's work. Business. That's even more so, and you should take pride. Take pride, and that's next level stuff. Stuff we weren't used to, but we are getting used to.
And
that's the way this regime operates.
And that, D-Mac, gives me more confidence than I had before, which is weird, right? How does a non-football thing, how does what's going on other places give you more confidence in the Lions without any extra player additions, coach, anything? I'll explain it this way, because they don't deal with that bullshit. And you can relate to this because you were fostered in an environment like this as well. When it was business and people got their money and everyone took their turns, no one was holding anybody up. Everybody just did their deal. Penei Sewell, Goff, St. Brown, they sign their deals. They keep it pushing. We go to work. What do you got, KG?
Did the Lions do the zipper method?
They absolutely did.
Sorry, I just had to get that one off.
They absolutely did. They were professional about it. There were no hurt feelings. There were no egos from pickup truck guy. One guy merged, one guy went. Sewell merged, Goff went. Everybody just let each other in, and it was away they went. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about you being disrespected. It wasn't about your big bad pickup truck. It wasn't about any of that, D-Mac. They're about business. And D-Mac, I'm as confident in this team now, more so than I was a week ago. For real.
Well, yeah,
for real.
It just solidifies in the back end. Talent is one thing, and yes, on the field, but when you don't have to worry about these conversations, right? You don't have to worry. I mean, I guess it's like being in a relationship where you're always thinking that the other party is, looking elsewhere, looking grass is greener, or maybe they're a cheater pumpkin eater. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, then you got to worry about that as far as when you're solidified in any relationship. That's what it is. That's a happy, right? As far as we know, and it doesn't mean there isn't issues inside the family, but it doesn't get out from the outside. Somebody said it looks like from the outside, Lions management has all locked up. That's all it needs to be. We don't need to know the little family issues about who's pissed off and who and mad at that, because that goes on, and that's healthy too. How do I know? Because I lived in a culture, and it's not always hunky-dory, but the thing is, we're all towards the same goal. And everybody, and there's an appreciation all through that your hard work and whatever you do for this team is appreciated, right? You look at one of the most valuable guys on this team for what he does, the little things, and it's Jalen Reeves-Maybin. But he's also compensated, and I guarantee if you ask him, he owns his role as if he's got to get in there as a linebacker or it's just special teams, right? So that's what's so important. Khalif Raymond's another one. These are like guys you need that are all bought in. Not your big stars, and your stars are taken care of. So they're happy too.
I know, we love talking about the offense and the defense and how much better it's going to get, but D-Mac, we got some special teams demons on this team. Like Jalen Reeves-Maybin, CJ Moore.
Talk about it.
Malcolm Rodriguez. You bring in Vaki to put out there with him.
And you missed the best one. You missed your best Jack Fox.
Yeah.
You got Jack. We always forget what a weapon this guy is, right? As a punter. Now we the one thing that we haven't sort of shied around here has been the kicking game. You look at what's going on in the kicking game too, from whatever the kid from the Panthers or you nailed it too. That's the special teams is an asset for this team turning into it with guy like your name. Why Spenny, you nailed it, because they own Malcolm's another guy, owns his role, right? And when Malcolm Rodriguez is a backup linebacker and a special teams assassin, how good's your team?
Yep.
And through all of it, and Woodward Sports chat thread here, DNC ENT, because all our big pieces contracts haven't come yet. We just got through our first wave of them. Aleem will fall victim to this same thing. And people are talking about that. He'll get tagged, become disgruntled, and hit the market. And DNCNT, I'm not saying guys won't hit the market. What I'm saying is, here's the vibe I get. And this is why I do believe that this team will win a Super Bowl during their run. Honest to God, I believe that as I look into this camera right now. And the reason I believe that is, sure, there are going to be guys like that happen. But from what we saw this offseason, what we see when we look around the league, and when I talk to this guy right here to the left of me, the room, D-Mac, will not allow it.
The room is on fire.
No, but D-Mac, for real though, the room will not allow it.
No. That's the culture.
Educate everybody on that.
Because it's about the goal, and you're either in or you're in the way, and now you see it. You guys can see that force field. You can see what Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell and Sheila from the top, now it's becoming more apparent to all of us. Like you could see back to our culture, right? Even from learning to win, right? From the losing days and how it changed, that there's this aura and there's just the way that things are done. It's the mil spec, the military spectrum.
Yeah.
It's done this way by everybody, A, B, C, D, no questions asked.
And that's it, man. So I'm all the way in. And I laugh. The Dallas Cowboys are so comical to me. Their whole setup is comical.
Yeah. Look at their owner. Though.
Dak Prescott is holding them hostage right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? That's America's comedy team. Whereas the Lions are turning into, it's like Yellowstone versus Family Guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dallas is Family Guy, or, Beavis and Butthead, whatever you want, where the Lions are turning into more Yellowstone.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there you go. Dan Campbell's rip.
Hell yeah.
Lead for the
Brad Holmes is John Dutton.
There it is.
No, but again, though, D-Mac, it's just, I get that sense. And Penei Sewell and Jared Goff, and you were the first on this, and you actually opened my eyes to this, and this was a year and a half ago, about the Jared Goff thing. You can say, and these were your words, not your exact words, but the summation of your point. You can say what you want about Jared Goff and say what you think about Jared Goff, but that room runs with that guy.
And that's all it is, and they all F with them.
They bought in, for sure.
Right? He is, I'm going to use wrestling, their Roman Reigns. Or their, Cody Rhodes or whatever. And I say that because the guys buy into him, and all the top guys, that's their dude. And when you're anybody, it's in life. When that's your dude, you go out and you play hard for him, or you represent hard for him, or you're, like Spenny said, in the streets, you're throwing down for your dude.
It's true.
Like it or not, good, bad. It doesn't mean that you're not like, come on, bro. You need to pick it up or whatever like that, but that's your guy. You're going to live in, and if you don't sense that out of there, right? And everybody's come around to that. Maybe that's the duration, but that's where we're at right now. And nobody questions that Goff is their dude.
100%. So Woodward Sports chat thread, Ryan's reaction, 100% the Cowboys should release Dak. A team eventually has to tell a quarterback no.
No, they don't.
Ryan.
Not today.
What's the move then, Ryan? You have Micah Parsons. The clock is ticking. You have CeeDee Lamb about to get into a walk year. What's the move, Ryan? Yeah. It's cool to say that, right? It's cool to type that into a chat thread.
He's just not that type of owner. In theory, he could do that, but he's
Jerry
not
Jones
that type
is paying
of owner.
back for
yeah,
sure.
he's not that type of owner.
Any owner is.
Yeah,
but most of them
Any
are.
type of owner is paying him because you have no alternative. Didn't it seem like the Ravens had all the leverage with Lamar?
That sure
Didn't
did.
it seem like it?
They told leagues don't trade for him.
Yeah.
They told the Falcons hey, say you're good with Desmond Ridder.
Yeah.
But they still.
And what
paid
happened?
Him. They still paid him.
You do not have a choice. You cannot call Micah Parsons into your office and say, hey, Micah, you're a valuable piece of this franchise. We want you to be a Cowboy for life. You're a great player. We just wanted to clue you in here. We're going to let Dak Prescott go, and Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback this year. Just wanted to let you know, Micah, just so you knew. Can you let CeeDee Lamb, let him know that he can come in? Hey, CeeDee, I know you're coming up to your contract year here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let Dak Prescott go. We're going to cut him.
They gave up draft capital.
And Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback in the most important year in your life. Okay?
They traded third.
Just want to let you know, CD, you're a valued member of this team, and we appreciate your contributions. We just want to keep you in the loop. Okay? Have a great day.
The fact that the Cowboys let it come to this shows you how the dysfunction that it is. And to your point, you should be more excited because that's not the way you're operating with your team, which you can get ahead sooner. It's prepared. They weren't. This was one of those things, Neil. They always say that you got to pay the piper down the road. When you don't prepare for it, this is them having to pay the piper.
And Ryan's reaction says, you're telling me you can't replace Dak's production? Yes. I'm telling you, there are maybe 15 to 20 guys in the world that can throw for 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions.
And lead the Cowboys to a top 5 offense.
Yeah, like, yes, I'm telling you, you can't replace that production.
And how about that, Spenny? Okay, like maybe in your fantasy draft,
Yeah.
but tell me now, who are you getting in the NFL?
Nobody. There is not a single person right now that the Cowboys could bring in to start week 1
That would be him.
that would be Dak
Anywhere
Prescott.
close to him.
Yes.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Baker Mayfield just got $100 million
Yeah.
and took a bit of a discount.
You did. Baker's the man. I love Baker. Love me some
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker's dope.